And I know it's not lost on you what it means to put on that Kansas City Monarch uniform. Because, fellas, we're talking about one of the greatest baseball franchises, not in black baseball history, but in baseball history. One losing season in their entire 40-year stint in the Negro Leagues. Sent more players to the major leagues than any other Negro League franchise. They were a model organization, and that legacy is not lost. And when you guys take the field tonight, you will be channeling the spirit of Buck O'Neil, of Satchel Paige, Willard Brown, Hilton Smith, Jose Mendez, Ernie Banks. These are all legends who once called the Kansas City Monarchs home. They put that Monarch uniform on just like you guys are going to do tonight. So you can see why we're so proud of the heritage of our sport in this great city. And the Monarchs are really at the heart of that. You know, when and it never gets old for me to tell the stories of these legends. And so when we talk about guys like Leroy Satchel Paige, I think the greatest of all time. You know, it's debatable. That's the beauty of baseball. We all have our favorites. But in my mind, I don't think there will ever be another Leroy Satchel Paige. Not someone who combines the longevity. We don't know how old he was. We have no idea how old he really was. You know, they say he was 42 when he got to the major leagues, and he was still winning at age 42, which means he was likely closer to 52. So someone who combines the longevity. By his estimation, he pitched in over 2,600 games. The great stuff. Recorded some 55 no-hitters and only God knows how many strikeouts. And the charisma. He could sell it. Yeah, he could sell it, but he could also back it up. And so he had names for his pitches. Now, I don't know if any of my pitchers in here have named your pitches, but Satchel had names for his pitches. So he didn't have fastball, curveball, changeup. No, not Satchel. Satchel had what he called his midnight creeper. He had the two-humper. He had the bat dodger. He had the hesitation pitch. He had the long tom, the short tom, the jump ball, the trouble ball, the radio ball, the wobbly ball, the dipsy-do. And he also had a pitch that he called his B-ball. You know why he called it the B-ball? Because Satchel says, it bees where I want it to be when I want it to be there. And so even with my major league pitchers who come in, I share those stories with them, and I tell them all, you need to make sure you develop yourself a B-ball that you can go to. But you can see why fans were so excited about watching the great Kansas City Monarchs play. Opening day like it is here today, there would be a marching band that would start at 18th and Vine, and they would march over to 22nd and Brooklyn. I know you guys went over to the site of the old ballpark. And behind them, 17,000 plus, standing room only. And so it was special. And it's special again tonight to see you all put those Monarch pinstripes on and go out and not only represent what you're doing and your aspirations to play this game and the love that you have for this game, but you're representing a city, and you're representing one of the greatest franchises of all time. But even more importantly, you're representing the heritage of this game. And I hope you hold that near and dear to your heart. You take that out there on that ball field with you. And as I told Mark when we made the decision to do this, the most challenging thing is when you put the Monarch uniforms on, you can't lose now. It maybe adds a little bit more pressure to win, but that's what you're built to do. You're built to handle that pressure. You're built to deal with the adversity. And for me, and I think I find this particularly true for any of my African American and Hispanic ball players. When you walk through that museum, you came home. That's home. Those are your roots. You know, you don't play this game had it not been for the players from the Negro Leagues. And there's no and, if, buts about it. But what I love about this and why it's so special for any player of any color is that the bond that you share with those who played in the Negro Leagues is just simply love of the game. You play this game because you love it. And if it takes you to the next level, and I hope that it does, you'll never stop loving it, no matter how much money you make. But as I share with my major league athletes, you will never see a greater example of love of the game than you did when you walked through that museum at historic 18th and Vine. And so as you are going through whatever challenges you might face, just reflect on what you experienced at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And it'll give you an even greater perspective, because it would have been easy for them to quit. Say, oh man, I can't do this. Too difficult. They won't give me a meal on the road. They won't give me a place to stay. So what did they do? They slept on the bus, ate their peanut butter and crackers, because they were not going to be denied. I hope you all channel that spirit and let it fuel you to go after your own dreams. And so I can't wait to see y'all take the field tonight. I know you're going to get it done. You're going to make all of us, well, you've already made all of us proud. We are so honored to be a part of this organization and to be connected with this team. The first to put on those Kansas City Monarch uniforms for a full season. Yeah, that's special. And I hope you take that winning spirit of the Monarchs with you out there on the field. Thank you, guys. Go get ready and play some ball.